All right, we're back with second quarter action here. Good playoff basketball between the MVP Marauders and 4 Stars. MVP is going to get the ball to start the second quarter. What are your thoughts on that first quarter, Dave?
Well, you got to be able to run with the opposing team if that's the game that they want to take it to. But, you know, like I said, just denying JP the ball, that's where their success is. Now they're going to have to limit Jones now because he's going to start pounding the ball inside.
Absolutely. He's going to start really going after it and hopefully drawing fouls on Kepway and take him out. And, you know, the size advantage that MVP has, there are pros and cons. Yes, okay, low post, you may have an advantage. But on the fast break, we see the Cetic boys and Curtis Silva, they can run. So then having the bigger lineup, it does kind of hurt you a little bit. Jones misses the first of his free throws. MVP having a little trouble finding the range so far. Not exactly the best shooting quarter they've had. But they stay in it. That's one of these teams, they grind. It doesn't matter if they're down by 10, 15, 20. They are going to stay in the game. They're going to play within themselves, and they're going to end up clawing their way back. A 9-point ball game right now in the second quarter. Curtis Silva has the ball. Looking for Cetic in the corner. That is his spot, and he nails it. Drains the three.
Right on cue.
From Ray downtown. That is his spot. He loves that corner over there. Probably got his name on it somewhere. And then, of course, Sammy probably has the other corner.
And that's the thing, volume of shots. You put up the shots, something's definitely
right,
gotta
exactly.
give.
If you're getting a lot of shots, good looks, and you're getting second chance opportunities, then, I mean, you know, that's just nothing but good things can happen. Oh, you know, maybe your percentage is not that high, but still, the more you throw it up there, the more points you can get, and, of course, just really build a huge lead on MVP right now. And it's now a 12-point ball game.
You know, 4 Stars really not going to their bench all that much.
Not the deepest bench in the league there. You see just a few guys over there. Conrad Berg draws the foul, driving to the lane. Kepway, not sure how many he has, but if that gets out of hand, they're going to need to sub him out pretty quickly. He's the only real tall guy they have.
Yeah, well, Solik called for the foul there. You know, sometimes when you're really trying to ride your body against the offensive player, you get lazy, you get flat-footed, and then when they blow
you're
by
out of
you,
position, right?
and then you swipe at the ball and you get called for a foul.
Last line of defense is those hands, the flailing hands, and that's when the fouls happen.
And that's the thing a lot of these guys don't realize. Like, yeah, you have 5 fouls to give, but then those are opportunities for your opponents to pick up easy buckets
Yeah, really.
if they're good free throw shooters.
Yeah, I noticed they're not fouling J.P. Cruz much.
Yeah.
Of course, he is sitting on the bench at the moment, but he is one heck of a free throw shooter. Pass way too high for Kepway. Saw what he was doing there, breaking back door.
And that's 2 turnovers right there, back-to-back turnovers for 4 Stars off just, you know, really bad passes.
You know, they see the opportunities there. It's just a matter of execution. You got to get those because the defenders are all over it. So you got to get those passes in there perfectly. And that one just sailed on him a little bit, went over the head of Kepway. Jones, nice little drive to the basket there, gets his 2. That's now it's back to a 10-point ball game, 28-18. 4 Stars are up.
Now Jones is a guy that can finish both left and right-handed.
Nice heads-up play there by Cetic, dishing it over to Curtis Silva. Kepway with the rebound. Another second-chance shot over to Silva in the lane again. Draws the foul as 3 MVP Marauders are on him.
Silva thought he was fouled in the act of shooting, but refs calling a foul on the ground.
Silva thinking that he was bringing it up, and the ref thought otherwise, so it's going to be on the floor over to Kepway as Cetic sets up in his corner. Thought about pulling the trigger. Silva, nice little fake move, draws the foul. See, when you set that pick, when you try to fight around it, you're out of position and you just try to reach out. It's just a reflex. You reach out there, try to swipe at the ball or whatnot, and you get those fouls.
Especially if you blow by defenders, you know, in a couple possessions, and they're going to start respecting that speed.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that 4 Stars has plenty of is speed. The Cetic boys, Silva, these guys can run the court all day. Silva makes his first. Can't get the second to go. Conrad Berg there for the rebound.
Takumi Simon checking in for MVP. Nice dribble between his legs. They're going back to Jones inside.
Jones sees the help defense coming over, gives it back to his man.
Hey, you know, Takumi Simon, he's a player for St. John's High School. He's still a high school kid, but getting a lot of real good experience here on the court.
Yep, you get experience, you know, playing against these guys that have played high school, college ball, you know, different leagues around Guam and here in the GBA. And, of course, it does really help the experience, and then he's going to take that back with him and hopefully play for a long time.
Really good to see these younger players get active and stay active. This is going to be Guam's premier basketball league on the island, and I think after these guys see these games televised, they're able to kind of fix the little things of their game that can probably make them a better player.
Yeah, it'll be good for coaches too to sit down with their guys or just by themselves at home after dinner, whatever, put the kids to sleep, sit down, watch the tape, watch, okay, what the offense is doing. All right, what are these guys doing? How are they moving? How is the team moving? What can we work on? And so then they take that to practice or the next game, say, guys, okay, I'm watching it. We can draw up some plays like here. I noticed that, you know, the weak side, all right, we need to bring, you know, maybe set up some more picks. So it's really beneficial for the guys, I think, to have these games televised so they can watch them and work on the things, because that's all it is, man, perfecting your craft and just working on the things that you need to work on.
And laughing at each other if they see each other huffing and puffing like, hey, man, you need to get in shape. You need to put your workouts on in next game.
That too.
Yep, hard work right there.
All right, JP Cruz to inbound it right here. Sam Setic all over him. Conrad Berg gets the ball right back to JP Cruz. Top of the key, looking over to Yates, coach himself. Coaches for Harvest, I believe.
Shot clock violation.
Sometimes, you know, MVP, they run that half-court offense, and they do take a San Antonio Spurs kind of approach to it. A lot of ball movement, but then you lose track of the time. Shot clock winds down. You get that violation. And it's Setic back in his corner over to Kepway. Top of the key, dishes it off. Kepway's just going to hang, or Setic's just going to hang out in that corner, I think. Wait for the ball to come to him.
They try to feed
Berg gets a
Kepway
steal.
inside.
Nice. Back to Silva. Puts it in immediately. Nice heads-up play by Silva right there.
A couple pump fakes in midair.
That's what Silva, man. He can hang up in the air there for a while. Up to Yates, streaking down the sideline, over to JP Cruz. They're still trying to get him hot. Takes a shot, cannot get it to go.
Curtis really feeling it. He had the man ready to get the ball kicked out to him, but
did.
decided he wanted to take it himself.
He knew he had the option. He could kick it out, but then he saw how the defender was playing him, so he just, you know what, jump up, body into him, and make that shot. Over to Jones now. Kepway staying off of him a little bit. Berg at the top of the key, drives down the lane, tries to dish it off, or it got knocked out of his hand. As Peters and Fikes check back into the game. It is now a 15-point ball game, 33-18, 4 stars. Guess really took that last loss to heart, and they're coming back with a mission here today.
Well, this time around, Ryan Camacho, the coach, who coached these guys when they were much younger players on their sideline, giving them that veteran leadership.
The Setic corner again.
The Setic connection. Yeah, you know, those guys are going to light it up. If you don't defend, they're going to put those shots up.
They really are. And you got to know that Sam Setic, every time down the court, he is going to be in that left-hand baseline. So you just got to know that as a defender. Can't keep giving him the wide-open shots. As Conrad Berg had a wide-open look but didn't take it. Fikes takes it at the charity stripe. Can't get it to go. Up to Kepway, who's going to bring it in wide-open lane. And Kepway with the slam.
Putting it down in the field house. Kepway.
Nobody from MVP stepped into the lane. They just wanted to get out of the way of that. Kepway, without hesitation, drove down and slams it. And a steal by Setic. MVP trying to get back. A little flagrant foul. Tension's a little rising there. It was a hard foul. Of course, frustration a little bit there. MVP does not want this game to get out of hand. It's now a 20-point ball game.
Sam Setic going to go to the free throw line now.
Did not like
that
foul
calm
at
the nerves.
all. Ref's doing a good job staying on top of it, though. They call the fouls that need to be called. Just it's up to the players to keep their tempers in check.
2 for 2.
That's nice. This run is it really could get out of hand right now. MVP might think about calling a timeout or just really doing something to get JP Cruz hot right now. Peters inside, nice little move. Oh, gets it taken away from him. Curtis Silva gets the ball, driving up. It's a 3-on-2. Back to Silva, another hard foul. MVP doing all they can to prevent these guys from getting to the basket. Some of them maybe a little harder than they should.
That was a nice behind-the-back pass by
That was
Cetic.
Nice little dish back to Silva, who he knew was streaking and following.
And you can tell these guys are having a lot more fun out there. Everything's kind of fluent. They're not thinking too much.
Well, when you're up by 20, yeah. I'd be having fun, too. MVP not having so much fun right now, but we'll see if they can just keep their heads together and stay in this game. Of course, without one of their best scorers, John Buwan, not in the game tonight. So other guys are having to step up, and Curtis Silva gets his own rebound. Nobody cleared the lane. Right back to the shooter. Takes it strong to the hole. Can't get it to go. Fikes with the rebound. 4 stars all over him, trying to strip that ball.
Good D again by
4 stars. Really,
4 stars.
Really playing press defense right now. Looks like Gogui might be hurt.
You know, these guys really sacrificing themselves for those steals. And
yeah, they are just all over the place, flying all over. Gogui up, walking a little gingerly, but it looks like he is going to stay in the game unless coach wants to make a substitution, wincing as he's stepping over. Of course, that last one off the top of the backboard, shot clock support, so refs called that out of bounds.
Well, you know, with these guys flying around that fast, if you guys meet knee to knee, it's definitely going to hurt.
That is not a good feeling at all. All right, Peters with the rebound. Tries the outlet pass over to JP Cruz, only man up there, but now 4 stars back defensively almost immediately. And, man, he thought he had that one, but Kepwe came over with those long arms, and you saw him just disrupt that shot. JP Cruz could not get anything on it. Nice little give and go there. Gets it to go. The give and go gets it to go.
Yeah, that was a good
freestyling, man. Dude,
yep.
I can spit bars if you want.
And, you know, like I said, these guys are comfortable with one another playing, you know, real good team basketball right now.
Yeah, they are. The first time we saw them play, they were a little less organized. They didn't quite have the plays. All right.
Fred Peters showing some range.
Yep, much needed
nice
shot there by MVP. And now
that's
pendulum has swung a little bit.
5 points.
Another steal. Gogui, all right, looking to make it over to JP Cruz. Gets the ball and gets called for the blocking foul.
5 points just in a span of a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and that's exactly the kind of run that MVP needed as 4 stars takes a timeout. And like I was saying, the first time we saw 4 stars play, it looked a little less organized. It was just kind of backyard, schoolyard ball.
Go.
Right, go, run with it, attack the basket. Not a whole lot of set plays. But now this one, you're seeing coaches really got them kind of fine-tuned. They know when to be selfish, you know, they know when to give it up. They know when to keep it themselves, and they know just how to play as a team. And it's really coming through as they're up now 20 points.
Yeah, well, you know, as the season progresses and these guys get to play with each other, and especially this kind of, you know, game time situation, they start trusting one another a lot more and just giving up the basketball when they should.
And you know what your teammates are good at, what you're good at, what your strengths are, what you need to work on, and everybody is there to, you know, get each other's back. Sam Cetic, of course, in that same corner all the time. You know where to find him.
Yep, spot up to knock it down.
It's like me and my favorite bar stool. That's just, I'll be right
here.
there.
If anybody needs me, I'll be right here.
MVP really need to get JP Cruz involved right now as Fikes gets the inbound. Over to Gogui. His ankle, knee is looking better now. Still able to move pretty good. Spot up shot. Can't get it to go. 4 stars with the rebound. Fast break broken up. Peters with the rebound over to Gogui in the lane. Takes it up. Nope, can't get it to go. Fikes in there with the rebound. Not. And again, they can't get it to go. Kepwe there with the rebound. So many second chance shots by MVP. Just cannot get him to go.
Unfriendly rim back down.
Absolutely, man. That rim is hating on him today.
Nice
driving the lane
shot
there. You know, Fred Peters, big body, long arms, so you got to do something to get out of the reach and swing it around. A little scoop shot, like you said. They are pressing J.P. Cruz quite a bit. They do not want him to get hot because they know leading scorer in the league, you don't want to get him on fire. It's like if you're playing the Golden State Warriors, you don't want Curry to start getting hot. Bad little interior bounce pass there. 4 Stars out of bounds, going to be MVP ball.
Yeah, you just really got to, you know, press their leading scorer and, you know, wear him down. Late in the game, there's no more legs underneath him, and his shot's definitely going to be off.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you keep running the court like that, forcing J.P. Cruz to run the court, you know, the legs get a little weary. So J.P. Cruz is one. He likes to have good legs under him for those shots because he likes that three-pointer.
But he's also one of those players that can go down and knock 6, 7 threes in a row. So if you play sleepy defense on him, he's going to catch you slipping and light you up.
Yeah, once he finds his range, we saw it the last time I called a game with between MVP and UOG. J.P. Cruz had a rough first half, wasn't quite getting it going, but then later on he got it, started lighting it up, point after point after point. And so you just you don't want that to happen. If you're 4 Stars, you want to keep him in check. You know, let some of the other guys pick up the scoring duties, you know, but you just don't want J.P. Cruz to get hot. And it's a different story now that Buwan is not in the game. He's not here tonight.
Well, I remember, too, a few years back, J.P. was, you know, they did a good job at, you know, holding him down for the first half and came back with a 20-plus second half performance. So you guys definitely don't want to ease up. But, you know, 4 Stars, that's not in their style of play. They're just going to attack all the time. And, you know, these guys – if you're a shooter, you're going to continue to shoot. You're not going to be shy to shoot the ball. So
yeah, and that's one thing, you know, my coach always told me is that if you're a shooter and you're having a bad shooting day, don't stop shooting.
Yep.
You have to keep shooting. Never mind the percentages. Some guys are worried about that, but never mind. Just keep shooting it, and once you get that rhythm, you find the range, then after that, okay, then you're on fire, and that's how you really start putting those points up.
And that rim starts getting bigger and bigger.
Ends up looking like a hula hoop.
Yep.
Again, J.P. Cruz leading with 30.2 points per game. Right behind him, Ollie Bradley, Phoenix Suns, 20 points a game. Darren Echanova, 18.5. Saw Darren, exciting game at UOG and this MVP squad. MVP did get the win. It was only a 2-point ball game. But UOG, one of those young, explosive teams that can really light it up. They went on like a 10-0 run. They had a couple runs like that. Echanova, fast break, slam. So they're an exciting team to watch. Just haven't been able to put those last-second wins together.
Yeah, you know, Silva's averaging 16.4 points a game. You have Sam Setic at number 13. He's averaging 13.5 points a game. So
they've got their scoring is really spread out, which is what you want to see. You don't want to see one guy, you know, with 40 a game, and then somebody else, you know, all your other scorers have 3 or 5 a game. You want a nice even spread there. So whoever is hot, that's who you give it to. Every other guy, they know that if their number is called, they can make something happen. All right, about 3 minutes left here in this first half. It is now a 22-point game. 4 Stars are up on MVP Marauders. Sensing a little bit of frustration in the MVP team, but they are not going to let it get away from them. They're going to stay in it. They're going to keep on grinding and try to get J.P. Cruz hot. Aggressive to the hole, 25 there.
No call.
De Los Santos driving it in, no call, but it was not a good layup. Silva brings it up. De Los Santos guarding him. Nice little screen play, forces his way through it. All right, back to Silva. Reset the offense. Another screen setting up. Okay, nice left-hand dribble. Takes the shot, top of the key, and nails it. Kevin Silva with a three-pointer, now 47-22. It's a 25-point game advantage, 4 Stars.
Now Curtis made the net talk back to him with a yeah, that was nothing but net on that one. That's one of those moves right there that you put on somebody and they just get caught looking. Oh, short shot.
Yeah, Silva is so good at that off the dribble, that jump, that spot up 3. Kickball is the call. 4 Stars again being aggressive, going for the steal there. Got hit off the foot, so call is a kickball.
Desmond Fikes going for the 3 ball, no good.
You know, MVP still trying to get some of their shooters hot right now. It hasn't been working out, taking the long balls just to get more points up there on the board.
Yeah, Silva really going into attack mode.
Yeah, that rim down there, not really friendly for MVP today.
At all. And that's the thing, you know, they can't get caught up looking at the scoreboard. They just got to continue to play hard and just
Absolutely.
keep putting up shots.
Just keep playing your ball game, the good half court, you know, find the open man, don't force anything. You know, you don't want to take bad shots. You want to take good shots with a lot of good ball movement, set some screens, and they'll get back into it.
A 27-point lead for 4 Stars. Air ball there by
Edelor.
Edelor.
I think that's his second air ball. Maybe can't get the range. Need to warm up a little bit on the sidelines. Off the foot. Edelor brings it up, dishes over to Gogui, who finds JP Cruz open. Cannot find the range still. JP Cruz, an uncharacteristic day for him, but he is keeping aggressive, drives it into the lane, gets his steal back. Oh.
Nothing there.
Cannot get it to go. JP Cruz, the 4 Stars respect his offense so much that whenever he gets the ball, they are all over him. If he draws the lane, the defense really collapses on him, and he needs to be more aware of that. Dish it off to one of his open teammates. Kepway in there, keeping the ball alive for 4 Stars. Back to the charity stripe. Finds an open man down low, drives it in. Nice little move under. Can't get it to go. Fikes with the rebound. Bringing it up, Gogui on the left side, streaking down, looking to find the open man. Again, Fikes down the lane, gets it to go. Less than a minute in the first half here.
You know, Desmond Fikes, their go-to guy. Feed him. I mean, keep dishing it to him inside.
Yeah, you know what? He's actually got the hot hand for them today, so he is having a game. Wow, little miscommunication on the defense by MVP right there. JP Cruz dribbling, looking for the open shot. Again, takes it, kicks it out to Yates. Nice little off the dribble, mid-range jumper. Cannot get it to go. JP Cruz wide open in the corner. He's going to take that all day. His shots have been short all day. Just cannot get it going as there's a 3-on-1 here for 4 Stars. Can't get it to go. Fikes in there trying to disrupt it. 4 Stars keeps getting the rebound. Driving the lane, aggressive. Fikes does not give an inch and ends up getting the game, and JP Cruz cannot get it to go. Yates, as time expires in the first half, it is 51-24. 4 Stars in the lead by a huge margin at this point. We'll see if MVP can mount the comeback, and we will be back with second half action for the Guam Basketball Association in a little bit.